Okay, hello everyone. This clip I want you to know how to open a company virtually in Singapore. Is it possible?
Yes, it's very much possible. I think the Singapore government has made it very easy for foreigners to set up and open their companies in Singapore. And there's a very simple website for you to go to, right? It's www.business.gov.sg. And all the information is very clearly laid out over there for what kind of company you want to open, how many directors, whether is it a partnership or a private limited. So all the information is very clearly laid out there. And the best part is that entire process can be done online.
Without renting the office.
No, you don't need an office. You probably need a virtual address that can be rented out for very cheap. But you do not need a physical address. Yeah, so you have a lot of companies around the world that base their headquarters in Singapore because of capital reasons or IP protection, but they don't have a physical office in Singapore. So if people who are considering opening a company and would like it to be done in a more protected environment, Singapore would be the right place for that.
How can we buy and sell things? How can we get the money?
So what happens after you register a company is that you can open a bank account. So that is the only part where you actually need to come to Singapore and go to a physical bank. You have many different banks for you to choose from. Those that are more startup friendly, they call one of the banks is called the OCBC, as well as Standard Chartered. So they have accounts that have got very low minimum balance requirement, so you can easily start out. And once you have your banking set up, everything can be done online. You've got online banking facilities, you've got the dongles that are needed for online banking, so you can be anywhere in the world and you can do any of your banking transactions.
That is really interesting. And any law for foreigners? Like, I'm Thai, but I would like to open a company in Singapore.
So I think Singapore has made it very easy for foreigners, and they've kept the restrictions very low. So you can have 100% ownership by a foreigner and have your company in Singapore. The only drawback is that there could be certain grants or incentives that the government give out that you might not be eligible for. But if you don't really need them, then that's perfectly fine. You can have full ownership of your company, and you can just run it as and how you wish.
So I should open one.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to base your company in a more efficient environment, and you would like to get investors, because it's a lot easier to get investors when your company is based in Singapore.
So how much does it cost to open a company virtually?
So it varies on the company structure. It could cost as little as $50 to $100. It could cost as much as $1,000, and it also depends on how much of the process you want to do yourself versus giving it to a company to do. There are many companies in Singapore that do the entire incorporation process for you. But if you are a bit more savvy and you know what you're doing, you could actually do the entire process on your own for a much lower fee. Yeah. So it's really in the hundreds of dollars, not in the thousands of dollars.
Okay, so let's open a company. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.